It is a full house now for Sir Jim Ratcliffe and new in-your structure around Manchester United as the chief executive officer, Omar Berrada, has officially started his duties today. Meanwhile, Omar Berrada has got a big decision to make. This is about whether or not Man United should keep Sofian Amrabat. My name is Webb. This is the United of Sport. Welcome aboard. We are heading into what is expected to be another exciting week. I think more is going to happen in this coming week. But first, like this video, share it, and subscribe to the United of Sport so that you are able to get every update as it comes. Now, just a quick one. I told you we do keep following these people for you. As you sit back there at home, we have invested our time in following everyone linked to Manchester United. Now, this is Omar Berrada just less than an hour ago as he posted that he's starting a new position as chief executive officer at Manchester United Football Club. Remember, it had been announced that he will be starting on the 13th of this month. And indeed, while on his gardening leave, he has been counting every minute, every second, restless, I would say, as at the moment it clocked, the moment the time was right, he did update his socials and, of course, including LinkedIn. That's where I follow him. And that's what he updated and, of course, added that video showing excitement that is excited to join this new team at Manchester United. Remember, we poached Omar Berrada from Manchester City in a way that was as surreptitious as it can be. No one knew about it. It was so secretive. It just shook everyone. And you do recall that I was here dancing as Pep Guardiola couldn't believe it. And United supporters have got a lot of expectation in this man because of the experience he's got working at Manchester City. Now, Omar Berrada comes in now. Of course, in the interim, it's been Jean-Claude Blow who has been acting as CEO. So Blow will go back now in his duties as a board member. But there is a lot of work that Omar Berrada is going to do. Now, remember, the CEO is the head of the secretariat. So he's the one who runs the day-to-day activities of the club in everything. One of the issues that we've had before with the past CEOs in Ed Woodward and the likes who are around and those who followed him. One of the biggest problems we had is they were focusing more on running things that brought in money. United had a good functional mega store. It was good work, making a lot of money. The ticketing didn't have a lot of issues because that's where the money is. They focused a lot on that, but neglected the football bit. Now, one of the things we hope that Omar Berrada is going to put right is the balance, striking a balance between running the finances because they are so important, but most importantly to the supporters, the football on the pitch, and the final decisions have got to be with the CEO. So he's a very important part because if he's not doing things right, if he's not ensuring that people are motivated to work every day. People are well supervised that certain things cannot happen. For example, we have a stadium leaking for all that time. It's all to the CEO to know that okay, the stadium is leaking. Where are we going to get the funds to fix it? All that. This is the job of this. So it's a humongous job he's got on himself, but it's nothing he has done. He has probably never done before because he has got all the experience that we believe will be able to help the rest of the team, the technical team especially. He has also got certain things to contribute when it comes to football because I saw him in meetings, in boardrooms with Tiki Bajurenstein and Pep Guardiola when they were going to sign players, and he was contributing things that were close to technical. So he's a proper, complete football man who has got a deep understanding of the beautiful game and how it's run at such a stage. So big welcome to Omar Berrada. Now, one of his first decisions is going to be with Sofian Amrabat. I think this was left to him. I told you there was an initial meeting that was held at the start of last week when the players returned. And of course, it involved a mention of course, the things they've got to do going forward. But they kept the Amrabat decision for the incoming CEO to make. And he will have, of course, a proper report now. Probably they've been speaking about stuff on phone and stuff. But now, of course, physically is a whole different one. So he's going to come in there. And in this coming week, one of the things you should expect in this coming week, besides the confirmations of Zirkzee and Delete and all these players we are expected to sign, expect something when it to do with Sofian Amrabat, because there has got to be a confirmation, especially to Fiorentina, but also to just hold off or fend off any other clubs that would have wanted to sign him on a permanent. But it's most probably going to be what an easy decision for him. Probably it was already made, but he's going to come in and assess everything that has been going on, and of course, give that final green light for stuff to go on, so that the Ineos's plan is so that if things work, everyone has got a contribution. Everyone in their capacity can own up, because it's bad for you to make big drastic decisions when certain core pieces in your puzzle are not involved. They come in later, and they are forced to back a decision that was made before they arrived. That is exactly what Ineos is trying to avoid, because again, that is what would lead to conflicts of egos, especially if you have so many people like Man United has them now in this new Sir Jim Ratcliffe or in your structure at the club. So what they are trying to do, and that's why certain decisions, if you realize, have been made, have been triggered when Dan Ashworth joined. There are certain things that the club will not do. Uh, there are certain things that the club will not do when certain people are not there. There are certain things that they will not do when certain people are not in place. So it's going to be very, very important how they handle things now going forward, of course, because we do know now that the structure is complete, and the man who should be running things on a daily is in office. This means as well, of course, Omar Berrada'S arrival also means that there should be a decision on Casemiro. That as well needed him. That is another important decision that we should expect to come. I actually think Casemiro's fate will not go beyond this coming week. I think the club will want to sort it once and for all before we go deep into the preseason. I think Casemiro is going to, of course, be around, train with the team and stuff. But I think there should be soon there should be a confirmation of whether of which club he will be going for. So it's interesting stuff going on at the club, and of course, Omar Berrada now officially there at the helm of things is certainly going to make decisions quicker and easier for the club, because he's the man who will be accounting for most of these things. So that's pretty much what's going on at Manchester United. I just want to get you a very small update. I saw people were saying, why hasn't the club confirmed whereas the club confirmed Joshua Zirkzee? Well, they will. He passed his medical, so there is no doubt about him. But there is a breaking update concerning Willy Kambwala, and this is the one I wanted to give you. So Villarreal are closing in on a deal to sign Willy Kambwala from Man United for a fee around 10 million euros. The deal also includes a buyback clause for Manchester United. This is the latest that is coming in. So Willy Kambwala is tired of warming the bench with the guys that we are bringing in. He's not sure he will get playing time. So Villarreal are bound to take him. They are closing in on a deal to sign him. So that's again, I told you, expect so many players to be cleaned out. So Kambwala on his way out. You can give me your comment. You drop a comment and let me know whether you think this should be the move. Do you think Kambwala was almost of age, or should he be leaving? Meanwhile, several other players are expected probably to move on. The likes of Facundo Pellistri, the likes of Hannibal Mejbri as well. So there's going to be a massive clear out. All these things are expected now to happen now that the CEO is in place in Omar Berrada. Victor Lindelof as well. So all these are players that Manchester United is going to get rid of. Some will still go on loan, but others will be sold with perhaps clauses that allow for Man United to buy them back in case they proceed and move on and shine. Or perhaps, if not buying them back, a clause would be including a percentage of any future sales of these players, because players like Facundo Pellistri, for example, Willy Kambwala, these are young players who can turn into anything in the future. In fact, for Kambwala, United decided to play extremely safe by having the buyback option. But for players like Pellistri and Hannibal Mejbri, there could be a clause that gives Man United perhaps 50% of any future sale of the player. So this is business unusual at Manchester United, and we are the United Hotspot, here to track it all for you. My name is Webb. Like, share, subscribe, and let me catch you later, fam. Peace, love, and harmony.